Welcome back to Western Water Weekly, your source for water news across the Colorado River Basin. Here are the stories making waves this week, May 26th through May 31st, 2025. We begin in southern Utah, where the Bureau of Land Management finalized a major land exchange in Washington County that aims to balance growing water infrastructure needs with habitat protection. The deal gives the Washington County Water Conservancy District 929 acres in Warner Valley, while the Bureau receives 89 acres within the Red Cliffs National Conservation Area, which is land vital to the threatened Mojave desert tortoise. As Jason West of the Bureau's St. George office put it, this exchange enhances both infrastructure resilience and habitat protection. The public has until July 7 to file formal protests. Just days after the exchange was announced, a separate land sale proposal by Utah Representative Celeste Malloy was pulled from a federal budget bill. The plan would have transferred nearly 11,500 acres of federal land for housing and reservoir projects, but bipartisan concerns over the scope and transparency led to its removal. It underscores the challenge of balancing land development with public trust and conservation. In California, the city of Calexico celebrated the completion of the New River Improvement Project, a $46.5 million milestone that reroutes pollution away from the city and into a controlled bypass system. This long-awaited effort cleans up one of the most contaminated rivers in North America, which flows from Mexico into the Salton Sea. With improved trash screening, flow diversion, and pump-back infrastructure now in place, both public health and the environment stand to benefit. The project is also key to California's broader plan to restore the shrinking toxic Salton Sea, a major environmental justice issue for Imperial and Riverside counties. In Tulare County, California, the Tule River Tribe is one step closer to securing its long-disputed water rights. A new report from the Congressional Budget Office details the financial structure of Senate Bill 689, a water rights settlement that would authorize nearly 6,000 acre-feet of water annually for the tribe and provide nearly $700 million for infrastructure, adjusted for inflation. The bill also transfers over 11,000 acres of federal and tribal land into trust for the reservation. While some intergovernmental mandates and local tax losses were noted, the Congressional Budget Office concluded the fiscal impact would be modest and spread over the next decade. Back in Arizona, legislative efforts to regulate rural groundwater use have hit a political wall. Governor Katie Hobbs' Rural Groundwater Management Act once had bipartisan momentum, but talks broke down in April. Now, with lawmakers at odds, Governor Hobbs is taking the issue directly to residents with a new phase of kitchen table outreach. Meanwhile, Republican leaders say her approach undermines local control and threatens rural economies, especially in agriculture-heavy areas like Wilcox, where a proposed 50% groundwater reduction over 50 years has sparked outrage. With just days left in the legislative session, there's no clear path forward, leaving Arizona's rural aquifers in limbo. Utah's water managers are keeping a close eye on streamflows and reservoir levels as summer heat sets in. While northern reservoirs are mostly healthy, southern Utah is struggling. The Virgin River is flowing well below average, and the Sevier River hit an all-time low this May, leading to emergency fishing rule changes at Cruz Reservoir. The Great Salt Lake gained 1.5 feet this year, but now appears to be leveling off. Officials urge all residents to cut back on outdoor water use and check out tools like slowtheflow.org for conservation tips. With nearly all of Utah's water originating from snowpack, conservation remains the state's best hope for weathering another dry year. And finally, this week's Drought Monitor paints a complex picture for the 7 states of the Colorado River Basin. Severe drought has expanded across southwestern Utah. Western Colorado also saw degradation due to multi-month dryness. In Arizona, drought conditions persist despite spotty rainfall. California and Nevada are holding steady for now thanks to strong reservoir levels and snowpack earlier this year. Meanwhile, New Mexico and Wyoming remain stable, though vulnerable to shifting summer weather. As the region moves into peak heat season, all eyes will be on the skies and on water meters to see whether conservation and policy can outpace the mounting pressure on water supplies. That wraps up this week's Western Water Weekly. For daily updates and in-depth analysis, visit westernwater.com. Got a question or a comment? Drop it below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you found this report helpful. See you next week.